What's up, guys? Ian Isbell here with Benchmark Realty, LLC out of Mountain Juliet, Team Rockin' Sock. Along with me, Andy Garrettson. Andy, tell us about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, my name is Andy Garrettson. I'm with Legends Bank Mortgage Loan Originator in Nashville, and happy to be here with my buddy Ian.
We're going to start with an important one, which is down payment. Tell me about down payment. What does that mean for everybody? What is a normal down payment? I know there's not one, but what does a down payment look like, and what does that mean for me?
Yeah, down payment, simply put, is the money that the buyer needs to have in cash to put toward the purchase of the property. Now, the down payments can be wide-ranging. You know, someone could put a big down payment, someone could not put a down payment. It just depends on the loan qualifying and what type of programs are available to that particular buyer. I will say that the down payment is extremely important to the mortgage lender because it shows, A, that the client who's buying has money, that they are responsible enough to have money for a down payment. And so typically the higher the down payment, the better the loan program looks, better rates, better terms, stuff like that. So it's important to show strength in a loan application, and one way to do that is to have a down payment. But that doesn't mean if you don't have money, cash in savings or something like that for a down payment, it doesn't mean you can't buy a home. It just means you're gonna have to look at different programs for that.
Yeah, we've talked about in another video. I've had clients pay $500 in earnest money and get $500 back at closing using a USDA product, 0% down financing. Common misnomenclature in real estate, got to have 20% to buy a house, 20% down payment. Is that true?
Right. That is not true. A lot of people who listen to guys like Dave Ramsey and maybe more old school types of advice will think that 20% down is needed to buy a home. It's not. Conventional FHA loans will go as low as 3% down for a typical first-time home buyer. Ian just mentioned a USDA loan program, which is 0% down. So you do have to weigh the options of putting less down and can you afford the payment, but it's not required to have 20%.
The perks of working with a great mortgage lender is you're going to walk people through, look at the total financial situation, and kind of help step them through, like, hey, based on what you have, you don't want to put 100% of your savings account as down payment.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Because you're going to own a home. Stuff's going to happen.
That's a great point. A lot of people come to me initially, first time ever buying a home, and maybe they got some money in savings, maybe they have a small retirement account, maybe they have a little bit invested in the stock market, and they come to me and say, okay, we want to put 20% down. We're going to liquidate almost all of our investments and our savings to do that. When in reality, sometimes it's going to be better off keeping other things invested to grow and take a smaller down payment when you buy your home, because at the end of the day, having liquid cash when you own a home is very important. But then too, you can make money in other places versus putting it down on a house. And at the end of the day, if it's your first home and you're gonna be working and living in that home for a long time, you're better off probably making more money in different places, not just dumping it all into your home down payment.
Very cool. I had a transaction recently, is why I'm bringing this up. We were talking about down payment. As far as assistance on down payment, I can get money from mom and dad, an uncle, a brother or sister to help with the down payment, but I cannot get that from the seller, correct? I have to be responsible for bringing 100% of my down payment.
Yeah, that's a great point. So no loan programs that I'm aware of will allow the seller to credit toward a buyer's down payment. Now, other types of credits and concessions are allowed, but not specifically for a down payment. You kind of mentioned it. There are other ways to get down payment. A gift from family. You can actually get a grant from your employer. That's allowed. You can get grants or down payment assistance from outside organizations like state-run organizations or local government or nonprofits. So that is allowed to help with down payment assistance, but not the seller.
Very cool. Anything else on down payments?
No, I think we summed it up.